Whenever I get a chance to do something with face camo, I will. Because it's freaking awesome. I don't like looking like an old man, what can I say? Also, turned off my camo because it's cutscene time. Hell yeah. Look at that. Look at that bandana. There's nobody behind you. Oh, they took it off. Bullshit.
Who's there?
I'm here to see Big Mama.
I think I'm
Is
surrounded.
this the guy? What do you think?
I didn't hear him coming at all. He's gotta be the one.
Yeah, but look at him. He's ancient.
Oh, funny. Nice. Just kicking the ass out of people for calling me freaking old. Got you now in an arm lock.
Very impressive, CQC, Snake. No doubt about it. He is the legendary soldier.
Hell yeah, I'm
Call
legendary.
me Mama. Big Mama.
I don't necessarily see how you're big.
I need to talk to you. Raiden sent me.
My, how you've grown. David. It was you, not I, who was created from the rib of man. But I gave you life.
What?
I am your mother.
What?
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 Les enfants terribles. You can't grow a human being in a test tube, not even a clone. You need a woman's body to give it life.
I guess that makes sense.
A surrogate mother.
That's an awfully cold way to put it. I am your mother. I gave birth for the Patriots.
Okay.
Gave birth.
I have a feeling there's gonna be a lot of explaining to do here.
The forbidden fruit. Appropriate. No? Follow me. I'll explain everything.
Okay. If you say so.
The man who wants me dead is Liquid, your twin. You think you know him, but I know him better.
Okay.
He was once Ocelot, but Liquid has taken control of his soul. And now he's locked in a bitter struggle with Zero,
Zero.
the founder of the Patriots.
Found her. When did this happen?
40 years ago. During the Cold War, when the United States and the Soviet Union were still at odds.
Oh, okay.
It was in that chaotic era that the Patriots were born. And I played my part. I was one of the founding members.
You.
Zero created the Patriots to manage and control the
As
United
it is
States.
the same Zero as Metal Gear Solid 3. It is Major Zero. I'll just let you know that.
The organization became an empty shell, continuing to function through AIs. Those AIs are responsible for the creation of the war economy, and they gave rise to the Sons of the Patriot system. But I am partly to blame. I bear some of the guilt for creating the organization. It was right after I first met your father, Big Boss.
So you know Big Boss.
Back in 1964, I was ordered to take part in a CIA op called Operation Snake Eater, which concerned a new weapon the Soviets were developing at the time. My mission was to support a certain agent. That agent later became Big Boss.
Wait.
I knew him as Snake.
Snake?
Yes, Naked Snake. That was his code name at the time. A name he would give to you, his son. The commander of this mission was a man called Zero, the head of Special Forces Unit Fox. Back then, I was working as a double agent for the Chinese. My objective was to secure the location.
So it's her. It's Eva.
Hidden wealth, and report it to Beijing. I was to acquire a microfilm showing the location of secret funds amassed by the Allied powers during World War II. But I failed in my mission and was expelled from China. I took the apple from the snake and was cast out of Eden. After years on the run, I ended up in Hanoi. That's where I met him again. It was around then that Zero used the massive funds contained in the Philosopher's Legacy to start a new organization, the Patriots, which would carry out the final wishes of a certain legendary hero. The initial membership consisted of Big Boss, Sigint, Paramedic, and their commander, Zero. Oh, and there was one more who we mustn't forget. He stayed behind in the Soviet Union to support the group as an informant, Ocelot, who is now Liquid.
So everybody who's in Metal Gear Solid 3 who survived the incident pretty much became the Patriots.
Zero's goal was to achieve a unity of thought and awareness. He believed that was what the boss wanted, and the rest of the Patriots followed his lead.
The boss?
The boss was a legendary hero from the Second World War, known as the Mother of Special Forces. She had an almost overwhelming charisma about her. The CIA feared this, so they had her eliminated. If she had survived, the world of the 21st century might have been a very different place. We were all influenced by the boss's will. It was what drove us to create this organization, to be closer to that spirit. Zero decided that in order to lead the people, we needed a special kind of icon. So he turned to Big Boss, the last son of the boss. He shared more of her life than anyone else. It was Big Boss, the true heir to her legacy, who was best suited to play this role.
Makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
Zero elevated Big Boss, the hero who saved the world, to the status of an idol. The truth behind Big Boss became riddled with exaggeration, misrepresentation, and outright lies. Zero disseminated these stories among the masses and gathered the rich and powerful to his banner. Every era needs its symbols to control the people, whether it be the stars and stripes, or the hammer and sickle.
Yeah, icons are icons. No matter how you look at them, they don't just have to be people.
As the times and currents of politics changed, so too did Zero. Eventually, he became a prisoner of his own lust for power, sparking friction between him and Big Boss, who resented playing the puppet. With Big Boss drifting away, Zero realized he would need insurance. Something that would perpetuate the existence of Big Boss, their organization's icon. And so Zero secretly embarked on a new project. Les Enfants Terribles.
The
Its
terrible
goal was
children.
to create a clone of Big Boss, the ultimate soldier. The project was led by Dr. Clark, known at the time as Paramedic. After dozens of failures, they finally, miraculously, succeeded in producing a fertilized egg. The egg used in the successful in vitro fertilization came from Dr. Clark's assistant, a healthy Japanese woman.
Blood from the east flows within your veins.
Yeah, I remember Raven saying that.
To Big Boss. To realize
Ah,
this,
my ears itchy.
I asked to serve as the surrogate mother, and was more than happy to carry you in my womb. I loved him. 9 months later, I gave birth to 2 Big Bosses.
Yep.
And Liquid. It didn't matter that you were clones, or that they had manipulated your DNA.
And my ears
You were born
won't
the
go back
same
together.
way as
That's
any
life.
normal child, from your mother's womb. But Les Enfants Terribles proved to be the final straw for Zero and Big Boss. Determined to oppose Zero and his plans, Big Boss broke away from the Patriots. He left the States, created his own mercenary company, and drifted around the world.
We'll see that in Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker.
I'm sorry. Your father never wanted you. Human life isn't meant to be manipulated like that.
No, it is not.
I knew that, but I wanted you. After Big Boss left, Zero really lost control. What Zero wanted was an orderly world, one governed by rules. His fortune grew through countless wars, and his words influenced decision-making all the way up to the Oval Office. As the world saw the rise of digital technology, IT, the internet, and genetics, the Patriots' power grew immense. Their roots spread and took hold throughout the globe. In time, they began to dictate the fate of entire nations from the shadows.
Frickin' Zero.
Before we knew it, the Patriots, the proud police of the world, started bringing an entire planet under their control.
Pretty much. And no, I am not going to save right now because there's no need to, because I've only been recording for an hour.
Their intentions were fair, but their execution was flawed. Zero developed weapons, amassed armies, used information for extortion, all in order to gain more wealth. He was obsessed with controlling awareness on the inside from the outside. But I cannot imagine that's what the boss would have wanted.
Nope.
They both misinterpreted her will.
I'll actually agree with that after knowing the boss.
And their absolute reverence for her drove them apart. So began the war between Zero and Big Boss. Opposing interpretations, each striving to realize the boss's will.
Pretty much.
Everything you see today stems from their Cold War. Differences in race, in religion, in ideology. This war they've caused is no different from any other human error in history.
Not really. That's a freaking awesome picture.
It all started with a tiny fork in the path and grew into a great rift.